Hey Splinter fam, it's been a while, but today we're going to have a discussion about the new proposal that Bulldog has posted, and I feel a lot of people are overlooking a lot of key factors. With this proposal, it could generally cripple the Splinterlands DAO, and I feel a lot of people are overlooking that, and I feel like in this video I need to break it down so people can understand before this proposal actually passes, because it's going to bring a lot of issues for Splinterlands in the future, and I don't really think this is the best thing for us going forward. So comment below what you think about this proposal, just in case I'm overlooking anything myself. And like the video and subscribe for more Playtime content, and let's get into it, sharks. Like with all our videos, we always break down things with the good points and the bad points. But we basically call them the pros and the cons. So that's what we're going to do with this proposal here. So let's get into it. There's only a few good points for this proposal, and I'm going to be brief with them because in reality it's stuff that we've already been thinking about and it's just artificially going to do it for us. But it will bring DC to peg, maybe. And that's the big focus on everyone right now when it comes to team members, community members and stuff like that. And I feel a lot of them hold hope on DC going to peg to save the game. I don't know why they think that. Personally, I feel if you make a good product, like a good game, and then the tokenomics will work themselves out from the players coming in and needing a token. Instead of us just worrying about how can we get rid of it, how can we lower the supply and stuff like that. Instead, make a good product and then everything else will work itself out. And that's all you got to do. Make a good, enjoyable, fun game and then everything else will work itself out. It's quite simple. Another one is it could start the flywheel, and it's basically a buzzword in Splinterlands now, the flywheel. Because in reality, it's like, oh, if we can swap SPS for DEC, and then the game's going to be beautiful, the game's going to be great, but all that does is just allow us to have a supply of DEC in the game. It doesn't actually fix anything when it comes to bots, battle helpers, the gameplay, all the other stuff we're worrying about. This doesn't fix that at all. Like, tokenomics should be like secondary to a game to an extent, because if the game ain't fun and enjoyable, then no one's going to buy the tokens. It's going to be absolutely pointless to focus on them. For a long time now, the tokenomics of the game has been a big focus, and we've had barely any updates to the gameplay at all. And I feel like that needs to change, and we need to divert it, because think about it. We had the promo event, we had the Great Burn-In, and now we got another proposal for, that proposal passed for DEC for Rift Watchers. And now we got a fourth one. When we're going to get a proposal to fix the game, like we're going to get things to change the TOS for multi-accounting and stuff like this, like the actual big clouds that are over the game, not this stupid tokenomics rubbish. The last good point that people are bringing up, like it will make the DAO an investor in the game and have like some skin or capital in it. And for me, it's like, why? Why do you want to make the DAO the biggest DC staking holder? It's basically like using the DAO as like a staking mechanism, and it's just holding it for what reason? And you're swapping other stable coins that are a lot better, and it's like we can fully hope that DC will stay at peg and all that stuff there, have all that hopium together. But stable coins outside of games are a lot more better, and that's just how it is. So if you want more stability, why would you get rid of them and then insert something that we've been trying to fix for a long time? Why are we going to burden that onto the DAO? That makes zero sense. These are like the very few good points, and as you can tell, I've already broke them down and showed you the bad side of them. So they're not necessarily good points, they're only good points for a select few, and we can't base the game on the select few, we need to base it on the mass. Because the massive amount of people that play it, and then the better the game. We talked about the good, and now it's time to talk about the bad. Or we can call it the ugly, it all really depends on you. But it could cause a big pump and dump for DEC, which is not necessarily great, because the big focus is it going to peg, it being stable. But because everyone's going to know that magically on a magic date that DEC is going to hit 0.95, and then what's the point? Because everyone's going to buy a bunch of DEC discounted and then wait for that moment and then dump it all. It makes zero sense at all. And the worst part is, when people look at the game, they'll be like, okay, so the DAO caused the pump and dump. We always worried about like the game doing things to the market artificially, and we're asking them to do that. Even though it's not, like, it's still artificial, and we're asking them to do something. And admittedly, as a community, we're asking this but we need to think about the community that we've not got yet, the people that we could hopefully get in, and how would they see this? Is this going to be like a turning point for them, where they'll be like, oh, I don't want to be a part of this project in case something else happens like this? Another big point that F1's overlooking is we had a card market crash. And what do people get when they sell cards? DEC. So a lot of people have a big stash of DEC right now, we hope. And they can sell that off. Now they've got this news here, now it's like, okay, let's just all hold our DEC that we've just made from selling all these cards, and then wait for that pump, and then watch it go down. Because all these people will just, it's like an exit strategy. If you think about it, a lot of people have been currently leaving the game and stuff like that, and more power to them. But at the end of the day, this is just going to be a big exit strategy for most people. And do you want loads of players to leave the game? Like, for me, it's like you're setting up an opportunity for F1 to leave. And you know who gets stuck with everything? The DAO. And that don't make any sense at all. And I don't know why people want to make the DAO into like a staking mechanism. It's like, shove the DAO, all the DEC, and they hold it forever. Like, what are they going to do with the DEC? Like, because if they're going to do anything with it, it's going to be put into the market. And then it's going to be basically a dump. And then it's going to be, the game is dumping DEC onto the community. Do you know what I mean? And without any information about it, if someone else looks at it from the outside, they're going to be like, oh, why is the game dumping on the market? Like, it's just going to breed so much like negativity towards the game if there's not enough as it is. Like, people are calling Splinterlands Butterlands. Like, we need to change the tone of everything in this game, and maybe we need to change the perspective of what we're going on. Instead of worrying about tokenomics, worry about the game. The two tokens they want to swap here are BUSD and USDC or T, and they're more stable than DEC. And that's the whole reason why the DAO is holding them tokens. Because considering we have a general all-round crypto down right now, with all like this normal stable coin that F1 normally uses, they will go back to peg a lot more happily, and there's a lot more security on it going back to peg than DEC. Because as you can tell, we're doing so many different things here, like I said, the Great Burning, the promo card, and other things here to get DEC to peg. None of these other stablecoins have to do that. So why are we going to swap a stable coin for an unstable coin? Even though we kind of call DEC the stable coin. And another big thing that F1's overlooking so much is the CEC. No, that's wrong. The SEC. Because they've been targeting projects all around. They went for Binance. So imagine the small little projects that they can go for, and how quickly it could cripple Splinterlands. So why would we want to give them any reason to look at us? And we're about to artificially pump the market. That is literally what they are looking for, and we're about to do that. So we're literally going to be packaging up Splinterlands in a nice little package, nice little bow, and just giving it to the SEC. And what's the point of that? We're literally setting ourselves up to die. Makes no sense. And as a whole, yeah, it could generally cripple the DAO and the game. It will cripple the DAO in first, and then the game will fall next. And if the SEC doesn't come after us, that will do it. So why would we want to push this at all? It makes no sense. I get it, we want DEC to go to peg. It is the biggest thing in Splinterlands right now. But what is that really going to solve? We need a good product. All the other stuff here is like secondary. We have vouchers. Vouchers are generally not doing anything right now. And what's next? We're going to have a big like 6-month run of trying to get vouchers to go to a certain point. When's it all going to stop? When is it going to stop the focus on burning, staking, and worrying about the tokenomics over making the game fun and enjoyable? And I feel a lot of these things that we keep on putting into play share for the tokenomics share is holding back land, gameplay 2.0, and all other things. And I feel we should allow the team to focus on the things that are needed and not give them other things to worry about. Well guys, hopefully I'm wrong with everything I said in this video, but I severely doubt it. All I can hope is this proposal doesn't go through and the DAO is safe for years to come. But comment below if I've forgotten anything, and definitely tell me your opinions on this proposal. And like the video and subscribe for more Playtone content, and remember, be a shark in this space, not a whale. And we're going to see you guys next time.